Good evening. Welcome to the Ham Radio Clubhouse.
Did you hit the button? No?
Yeah.
No,
we're live, buddy.
Live yet.
Took in the top left corner. We've been live for a while.
Just give him five. Just give him 5 more seconds. Molson.
Man, I feel rusty. How long's it been?
Molson is amped up. I'm just putting out the fair X-rated warning or
my
PG,
God,
whatever you.
What kind of show is this?
All right, the R-rated warning. Molson is amped up.
I'm gonna try and be tame. Last week, I was a little humbled afterwards. I was like, "What did I do?
What did I miss?
Wine for you.
I've got the podcast downloaded. So should I be prepared for something awkward?
No. After I was in the chat, our private chat after. I was like, guys, that wasn't a good idea.
Well, wait a minute.
Did the red wine hit you?
First off, you went 90 minutes. You went 90 minutes, and then after the show, you went another 30 minutes.
Nice.
What a freaking alibi that's got to be.
Yeah, but Izzo, 90 minutes is an hour and a half, right? And our show is 2 hours, so I didn't go another 30 minutes after the show.
No, I'm sorry. You went 2.5 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then you went another. So you
don't math on stream, Izzo.
Oh God, no, never.
Okay. The point is you kicked ass last week. It was very good.
No, I don't know about that. I had to pick my ass off of the floor last week, but that's a whole other story.
Had to
that
crawl
red
up the stairs, did you?
I want to say good evening and welcome to all of our channel members. Yes, I saw in the chat there are a few names missing from the lists. I apologize. I will get that updated ASAP. I'm behind on everything.
TC right out of the gate.
Out of the gate. That's a way to start the show right there.
Thank you, man.
Happy Tuesday, brother.
Thank you. Well.
That's a deep subject.
My name's Dan, and it's been 7 days since my
it's time for the confessional.
I'm not playing Father Dan this week.
I was just looking over in Discord, and I see Frank made it over, but there's some folks that are just hanging out over in our Discord chat. Are they in our Are they watching the show?
I think we should go call them out in the Discord on live.
Yeah.
What do you
see?
Well, some of those guys are very good at multitasking. They'll have 2 or 3 streams up at one time.
There's like
a Frank and Scout over there.
You know what it is? It's a watch party.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
They do watch party.
They've got that one.
It's so boring. They have to entertain each other while they're watching us. That's what they're doing.
I believe that.
And Ham Radio 2.0 with the 2-month subscription. Plasma for the 1 month. You'll notice the folks, the longer you stay as a channel member, your little icon will change up until you get to the very last one. The one who's been here the longest is you've got a nice glass of scotch and a cigar next to your name. So
my analysis over the last 100 shows is the longer you watch, you become, promoted as a watcher, but the dumber you get. That's really how it's true.
What are you trying to say?
There's only one option when you watch the Ham Radio Clubhouse every week. It's kind of, I'm just saying, unless we have like a great guest on like Abe or Jason or, Mike, who's coming on today,
I take offense to that. My IQ hasn't gone down.
I hope somebody's recording the reaction.
Still pretty low.
I know. Yeah, absolutely. And Ham Radio 2.0 with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Those will be popping in shortly. I've got the other chat open. For some reason, it doesn't show up in StreamYard. So I've got to watch the other one. And then TC Fit. Here we go again, guys. TC Fits with the 5 gifted memberships, man. It's gonna be a gifted sub off, and we're gonna have like 30 seconds of rock music or a countdown, and then the rest of the 2 minutes is just gonna be names of all the channel members scrolling by. I mean, I don't see why that'd be an issue. I kind of like having multiple names and long list of names. So
that was a good song on the intro. I was like playing air.
I was about to say, did you like that? I'm striving to make sure that I don't upset you.
Well,
I don't want to moose loose and chasing after me.
We had a private meeting the other week without you. We called a board meeting without you.
Okay.
Just to we were concerned about your music selection, and somebody definitely talked to you, I guess, and you've improved.
I got a nice turn talking to.
Yeah.
With kicking
there was a new artist that popped in there, and we use Canva for thumbnails and music and stuff like that. And a new artist popped in. They got a lot of good stuff. So hopefully we'll have many more months of good music to throw in between there. And also, I know Joe Brick called me out last time because every time I try something new, we get a copyright strike or something like that. So
I was kind of worried about this one because I was like,
I'm waiting for the email.
not that. It just started out
Change
like
our
this.
email address. Just change our email address. We never got to notice.
I said, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, this sucks, man. What kind of music is it? And then the drum beat started, and I was like, okay, I got it.
Give them Tank Radio's email address. That's what we do.
We can do that.
Because about halfway through the show last time, when I had that cityscape that went by, about halfway through the show, I got an email that said, "Hey, there's a copyright claim on your stream." I was like, "What the hell? I didn't even finish yet." So
See, every time we get a copyright claim, I'm just, I'm like, did I sing? Do I sound that close to the original artist?
No, I'm going to keep saying they don't have that problem on that damn TikTok. We should just be doing that damn TikTok. Just bring the show to the damn TikTok.
No.
Well, at least we could say we've got the Smoking Apes got our back. He's already reported us for copyright, so I'll just wait for that to show up.
No sense in dragging it on, huh?
Yeah,
right.
Just rip the Band-Aid off.
That watered down copyright he has.
Jason, be careful, they'll put your real name on it.
Well, I guess we'll start out and go around the room. Izzo, I haven't talked to you guys in a couple of weeks, so how are things and what's new in your neck of the woods?
Let's see. Nothing. No, I've been studying.
It's riveting.
No, honestly, I have been studying every single night for at least 15, 20 minutes. I'm also
You want to remind them what you're studying for?
Yeah, I'm gonna become a nuclear physicist because
we're screwed.
Because this show
I've
just
seen
makes
The
it so
Simpsons.
stupid. This show is so stupid. I need to enhance my education.
Oh, come on! I was joking. It's making fun of ourselves, guys. And now you got all butt hurt over it.
No, I was thinking of the Animal House. We're all getting pulled into the dean's office. He's looking at me saying 0.0.
So is there a reason that you're studying, or what's going on there?
Let me tell you. Some asshole says to me, "Hey, listen, you got to get an upgrade with me." But we're all going to challenge everybody. But we're all friends, and we're all just going to do it together. And we've been farting around for this. And I know I've been farting around saying, "Do I need it? Do I want it?" I get to those hard questions, and I'm like, "Screw this."
Mike with the 5 gifted Clubhouse memberships. Sorry, Dizzo. He's in the green room back there, just giving out subs. So
I'm studying for my FCC extra class classification. So and it's amazing because just for giggles, over the weekend, I turned on the radio for about 10 minutes. And I went into the extra portion to see what I was, am I missing something?
Lots of DX.
There's some good DX, but you got some curmudgeons in the DX section. I mean, in the extra section, just like in the general section.
Well, there's assholes everywhere.
Right. So that's my point. We're going to avoid them.
Just look on stream.
Wow. The Steve with the zinger around the back corner.
Yeah, really, Steve. Very good. 101 episodes. That's great.
Only took me 101. It's
yeah.
Only took me 101.
Hold on. You're being me tonight. I'll be you. You know. You know what I'm talking about.
No, Daniel, we don't know.
I changed their names on the screen.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
But that's what I've been doing. I've been studying for my extra. Again, some sections are like, I didn't know shit about this stuff. And the more you hit it and the more you keep hitting it, the better you get. And it starts, it builds your self-confidence. There's some stuff in there that is like, I'm never going to use this shit, but again, half of it, like 80% of this stuff. There is nothing in these questions about being a good ham radio operator. Shame on you, FCC. But anyway, listen, stop fighting City Hall. Just get her done, and then when it's all over, we can just say we did it, and we don't have to ever do it again. So
maybe we should petition the FCC to have a "Don't be a dick" section added to the test.
Guess what? That should just be the first 25 questions. You pass it.
This is how you don't
You're
be
done.
a dick.
You're done.
I think Yesu or Icon should create a radio that you can like zap people. So
I like
you
that
can
idea.
send, out a certain CTC tone, and it activates
Exactly.
a
If somebody's
electric
being-
shock or a
if somebody's,
DTMF tone.
If somebody's being, not that we haven't said it enough on this show already today, I'm going to not say it again. But if somebody's being a donkey, maybe for extra class, if you're extra class, you can unlock this feature on your radio, and it just like magically sends an electric, tells the radio at the ham radio operator's station to kind of zap him in the ass.
Or how about this?
Give
how
him
about
that
this?
RF bite.
Your antenna.
There you go.
No, or how about
little
this?
static shock on the mic.
No, and if you do it again, your antenna just melts. It sends like 5,000 watts.
Oh God!
And you don't know it, and then you blow your finals.
Ooh.
You know what would be amazing? You know that song? I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. You know that song? You guys know the song?
There's a
Evan, thanks for the
right there.
$15 super chat. Molson forgot who I was. I was sad for a few days over the last stream. I came on the stream last week and he didn't remember me.
That's not exactly the whole story.
Man.
Listen, Felicia, okay?
I care.
That's not the whole story, okay? I forgot you were on the show. I know who Evan Barclay, or how do you say his name? Barclay?
Evan.
What's his call sign? What's his call sign? What's his call sign, Molson? Molson, what's his call sign?
He's already crying. I don't know who remember who he is.
I'm just going to make it worse.
He doesn't remember my call sign.
I'll give you an easy one. Where does he live? What state?
Nope.
Bart, I don't know. He lives
It's Texas.
I would guess Texas.
The password is Texas.
All right. He said Texas. Now drink.
He put the yeah, exactly. He put the pronunciation in the chat. It's bar check.
Bar check. There you go.
Yep.
Okay. That's where in the rest of the world it's CHECK for check. Bar check.
TC Fitz, 2 months. Thank you, buddy.
Nice.
And for those of you that are seeing, you can't see him in StreamYard. So if you don't see, if you don't have the chat open, you can't see. But if you've been a member for over a month, you get one free highlighted message that shows how long you've been a member. So those are popping up in the regular chat.
I want to know what
Molson, Evans call signs in there. Molson, Evans call signs in the chat right now.
Where? I'm looking.
While you're looking for that,
Kilo Golf 1, Alpha Delta Papa. I knew it. See?
There you go.
Amazing. TC Fitz, what's messed up? The idea of shocking, the person into submission, or I don't know what's messed up. I think they're all pretty good ideas.
Or the fact that you couldn't remember Evan.
I like this one. An Alpha Hotel detection circuit in an HF rig. That's a good one. I like that.
That's very good, Scott. Very good.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm going to, otherwise it's going to take us an hour just to get through and say hi. So I'm going to say hello to everybody.
Hi.
I got a video I put up a couple weeks ago, did pretty good on a Mike's little K&MRD's little antenna doohickey for the Buddy Stick Pro. Good stuff there. Probably Monday, if the weather holds out, I'm going to head up to Jason's Deer Lease and put up a antenna from Zygu. It's a 4-band base antenna, which I didn't even know that they made base antennas. So thanks to Radiodity for bringing that to my attention. Yeah, it's really good. It's a vertical. It's got no. You don't need any ground wires or no radials or anything. It's got radials that come off the bottom of the antenna, so they're elevated. You have to be at least 10 feet off the ground. But anyway, that's all I got. Daniel?
Well, I got nothing.
Okay, thanks for being here, buddy. Steve.
You're welcome.
What's going on? So
I missed the
had
highlights from Hamcation, by the way.
I still have some Hamcation videos coming out.
Right.
I'm working on some edits. Yep.
How's the liver?
It's recovering.
Eric Cooper, come on. Don't be 14 years old. Let's go.
Yeah. Well.
Exactly, Tio.
You didn't drink Boone's Farm, did you?
No.
All right,
no.
then. All right,
I saw some of Mike's videos, man. You guys had a hell of a collection of alcohol there.
Yep.
That's the way it goes.
We had our first upgrade for the Extra by April.
Oh, we did?
Happened
Who's
yesterday.
that?
Oh.
Excellent.
One of my,
So we need
one of my
to.
buddies.
So go to my. If we go into our a Google Drive, there's a sheet in there that people who have signed up. Can you mark the ones who have upgraded already?
I will do that.
Okay.
I actually have to add him to the sheet. But
Hey guys, let's just quickly throw this out. We've said get an upgrade, regardless what you are. Get an upgrade, right? Do it before May 1st. You don't have to wait. Listen, if you're cruising high in those high scores in your app, in the book, however you're studying, Quizlets, I don't care how you're doing it, okay? If it's on the tramp stamp of somebody you know and you're studying your tramp stamps, I don't care. Get it. Just take your test. Take your test.
Yep. But he got 32 out of 35 for his general.
Nice.
Good.
And I'm going to be hooking him up with a full HF station. There'll be a video on that.
Look at you.
Look at you, man.
Hey, it was donated from a silent key, so I'm going to just kind of ham it
That's a
forward.
great way to go
Damn
with
it
it.
far. Oh, man, that's why you go to heaven. See?
Well,
What
So-
can I share that screen that you shared
I'm
that you
getting
popped
ready to
up?
share it.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I'll shut up now.
while we were in Huntsville, I was like, man, there's something wrong with the Malibu. So Sunday I started working on it, and it's ready for a roll cage now.
Oh my goodness.
The entire
Oh, my.
floorboard was covered in water. So all
Oh,
of
that
the
your
water
car?
out of it.
So it's like
that is
float.
my
Was it?
car.
So I guess the yellow line is how high the water was.
No, that's just the discoloration normally.
How is?
That's the pollen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So how did you
pretty
get
much.
water in the
That's
bottom of it? Any
South
idea?
Carolina pollen.
I think it's from the sunroof.
He's crossing creeks.
Yeah. No, I think it's the
Crossing
sunroof might be
streams.
leaking.
Can you get any more tabs open? By the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's just one browser.
Right.
though.
He's working that browser like Arnold Schwarzenegger's working
right.
But
your muscles.
yesterday we went and picked up that.
Oh.
That's the new club trailer.
Mm.
Coming forth on.
Is that the one that where we had the? Do you want a lay down back
ramp
end
door
or
or barn door?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's got a big air conditioner on it.
Look at
Yes, it
that.
does.
That's nice.
7x16 with the 2-foot bullet nose, 7 foot tall.
So what is that on the top there? Is that like a rack where you can put rack stuff?
Yep.
It's an AC
Ladder
unit,
racks.
isn't it?
No, in
Well,
front of the AC.
In front of the
Oh.
AC unit, I have
The
ladder
antenna
racks to put
Oh,
antennas or solar panels.
interesting.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm also thinking Ham Radio Clubhouse on the road. We can fit all
Who's
six
gonna
of us
drive?
in there.
Big
Because
enough,
doesn't make a
we
di-
can't drink and drive, Izzo.
big
take
enough to
So
turns.
who's gonna drive?
We take turns.
So,
Did you tell T&M Food Mart that you were going to promote their business? No.
you know,
They gave him a free slushy.
Yeah, he got a free icy out of it.
That free rolled hot dog. The hot dogs are just sitting on the roller.
well, so
Hey,
that's in Georgia.
Take 2 taquitos
nice.
too while you're at it.
And in Georgia, they actually have gambling machines in the gas station.
And if you're looking for a full tank of gas, come down to the TM Food Mart.
Right?
Ka-ching.
I'll let you guess which city that was in, because I couldn't tell you.
Steve, I was
have
just
a-
thinking while you have the bottom of your car open in the true ham radio, amateur radio operator spirit, you can really modify your car for a shit hit the fan, kind of scenario, and you can do the Flintstone conversion.
See, I was thinking roll cage for Huntsville.
You need it for
Oh,
Huntsville, that man.
We just said
You
What are you
know,
gonna
we
do,
just
roll
go
it
down
down
the
the
back
mountain?
road.
You gonna roll it down the mountain and see what
Right.
happens? Just for giggles?
I'm gonna see how quick I
You
can
put
take that
Shaq and
twister.
Greg in there. You put
No.
Shaq and Greg. You give him. He's evil Knievel Greg.
It
Give him
called
enough
Make
of
It
that
Home.
mango habanero whiskey, and it just might.
Yeah, give him that hooch. Yeah, here we go.
Hey, Chris, congratulations. So Chris, Whiskey Romeo Quebec Yankee 383. That's his GMRS license. His wife went in for some bypass surgery, I think, by this week. And he just said that she's home. So we're happy to hear that.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Excellent.
And yeah.
Speedy recovery.
Steve, do you want to let us know who upgraded? Can we announce that
so-
or no?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
actually one of my local guys, good buddy of mine, Daryl.
You watch the show?
He should be watching the show.
Okay.
You
But
better be watching the show.
yeah, I keep telling him about it, but he's got 3 kids, so family may take precedence, and they're
Team
all
replay. There's always team
young.
replay.
KO4 DVW. So,
Nice. Jason, we need to plan a trip up to
Connecticut.
to New York. We have the tower's in New York. We need to go retrieve that thing when everything thaws out. I'll fly to New York, meet you there, and then I'll drive it back.
Where?
You drive
Where
it
in New
up.
York?
You drive it up to New York. I think it's in Long Island.
Come on.
We
Yeah.
might stop
Come
at
on.
Izzo's house. We'll see.
I'll just meet you across the pond.
There you go.
There you
Just
go.
take the ferry across.
Yeah.
I can, Jason. Just let me know a little ahead. We'll plan that because I actually want to do that. I've never been to New York, so I don't know if retrieving a crank-up tower with a road trip back would be the ideal way to do it. But yeah, absolutely. I can take two or 3 days off. I think we could do that in probably 3 days.
2 or 3 days.
Shane, can you
I
drive
used to
a
be an
stick?
over the road. Son, really? I'm a truck driver for 12 years.
Okay.
Okay.
This is not
If it's
going
got-
across.
if it's got
This
less
is
than
not
10,
going.
if it's got less than 10 gears, I might have a little issue with it.
You're not going from Texarkana to Old El Paso, my friend. That's all I'm going to
Hey,
say.
just got to bring back coolers. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Right. But yeah, Jason, hit me up. That'd be a fun road trip. And I have five days on, 4 days off stretches without having to use any PTO. So there we go.
Why don't you use that for the Clubhouse shows?
Oh, I'm
I do.
Mm.
I'm here right now, ain't I?
For a little bit.
Burn.
For half the show.
So, Joe
That
Brett,
would be a
how's it
good.
going?
We
in your-
could
how's it going in
POTA
your
with
neck of
that
the woods?
thing. We could do that. Take that crank up trailer and do a beam POTA all the way back. That'd be kind of fun. Anyway,
Shane, how far do you live from work? How long does it take you to drive to work?
21 minutes.
Oh, that sucks.
21.
Okay, so what time do you start your shift tonight?
I'm supposed to be there by 9:30.
So that's 10:30 our time. You have plenty of time to do the show.
I've
and
got
get
to
there.
eat
Fine,
and
dude.
shower and shave and come on,
Why don't
man.
you do that? Wait a minute. Why don't you do that?
We'll watch
before
you do
came on? Live from the Clubhouse locker room.
Some things we cannot show on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
right.
Joe Brett, man, how are you?
I'm doing
From
great.
the waist up.
Let's go.
Oh, go to hell.
I can't stop
Awkward.
laughing. Oh my god, the
We are all
visions
going to
are in
hell.
my head. Joe, help us.
How do I follow that with anything serious?
You don't want to follow that.
So, in this side of the radio in Mississippi, have not done a lot. Did have a blast over the weekend on some 10-meter contacts. We got Japan several times and some other countries on voice and FT8, so that was fun.
I've got to get out on 10 during the day.
10
Yeah, I've been
meters is
procrastinating. You know, hearing everybody else talk about all these good stations, I finally said, oh, okay, I'll go turn my radio on. And had a lot of fun, but had got a video I need to do, but you know, we've been car shopping ourselves, as I mentioned last week about the little commute car for my wife is possibly needing some major work coming up. I thought we agreed to just drive it till it died.
No, you
And-
agreed.
You agreed. That's not what she agreed to.
Evidently, that was the circumstance. So Mondays, it was a holiday. We both had the day off. We went and got another vehicle. We got a great deal on the trade-in value on it, and I was like, okay, you know, whatever. We go to load all the personal belongings out of the trade-in vehicle into this new one. We got the works, man. It's got everything but a whiskey holder in it, and
It's got that too.
yeah, it does. But anyway,
WeatherTech makes that.
yeah, that'd be for Huntsville. We'll use that. But I was walking past the vehicle, passed by the driver's side door, and I noticed this little orange light caught my. I stop and I back up and I look and I said, "Hey, buddy," talking to the salesman. I said, "Little orange light with a engine icon on in here." He's like, "Are you shitting me?" And I'm like, "It's right there. Take a look." So then he goes. The shop's already closed. You know, everybody's going home except this guy and the dude that did the finance paperwork, and he goes and grabs the finance because he's freaking out. He's like, "Oh my god!" Finance dude comes out, and I say, "Hey, you know that extended warranty you just sold us?" I said, "I'm hitting you up already." So
as he pulls the wire cutters out to disable the light.
yeah.
I got it.
You didn't see that.
Yeah.
Just power pull it.
So yeah, we've got another vehicle, but it's still sitting at the lot, and
What did you buy?
a nice vehicle.
Oh.
I mean,
Wilson sounds so disappointed.
Are we installing?
He sounds
are we
deflated.
installing a radio? At least one radio in there.
hell no.
Why?
No, because she
go.
drives that.
Not in her car.
No.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I've got no rights. I might be able to drive it to the DG and back, to get a loaf of bread, but
Are you going to bring it to Huntsville?
I don't know. I'm debating on that because last year we brought the little red car. And as we're at the campground, Jason, Mike, some others pile into the car, and it looks like we're I won't go that way. Yeah, clown car. Great save, Steve.
He's on a roll tonight.
I'm like, man, I felt kind of bad. So if we bring the Tahoe, there's more room for folks to fit. If we bring this one, it's got the same amount of seating as the little car did because it doesn't have the third row.
Jack and Greg can just lay in the back.
They're right on top.
Oh wait,
Surf.
Bring the little car. Let's see how many guys we can fit in.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And
I just
drive around the
realized we're
campground.
28 minutes in. We should probably bring our guest in. I mean, we could
Yeah.
still continue to chit chat, but Mike, welcome to the show.
Mike!
We didn't forget about you, man. I promise.
The hell did I
we
just
did.
walk
We
into?
did, but that's a good save.
Thank you for not going over to Discord for the other discussion.
I just looked up in the corner and I was like, shit, we've been doing this for almost a half hour and he's still sitting back there.
That's
Sorry,
all right.
buddy. Sorry, buddy.
I'm well lubricated now, so.
Oh, hey.
There you go. There you go.
I did, because the weather's been so crappy. I did want to share this. I did get the balloon out the other day for a flight, so I'm current again. I did my 3 takeoffs and 3 landings, so we got a little bit of training done, but I'm ready to get that done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Izzo, I will let you take over. Mike, Izzo, you just roll with it, man.
All right, y'all show.
Yeah, this was your idea, Zoman.
Right?
All right. No,
Even the guest calls you out.
Listen, I'm going to put him in his place. No, I'm not.
No.
Yeah, it's
Excuse
still
me
early.
while I. Anyway.
Yeah, that's right. So listen, guys, Mike N2MAK has been an incredible supporter of the show, along with many others. And if you're also in that caliber, you can come on if you have not been on. And maybe Molson will remember your name and your call sign, okay? However, no, but in all seriousness, Mike is playing radio. This is one of the things, and I can't stand Facebook. I'm getting ready to dump it. I can't stand that freaking medium anymore. But because of Mike and maybe about a half a dozen, 8 other guys or 8 other radio people, I'm staying on. Okay, he's playing radio in the field, whether it's POTA or just plain HF field operations. He brings his kid out every once in a while. So I've been pestering Mike, and I said, you got to get on this show and everything. So we're happy that you're here, and we want to know more. Everybody wants to know more. Tell everybody about your channel that you started, and what got you into ham radio in the first place?
Joe Brett didn't drag you into doing a YouTube video, did he?
No, he didn't.
No,
He's
It's
good
coming.
at that.
It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming. Yes.
Yeah, no. The short story is it was my youngest kid, the unlicensed. So I got 2 boys. My oldest is 13.
Thank you, TC Fitz.
He got his general when he was 11, though, and then the youngest, he's stuck with the GMRS right now. But he was saying, "You should do YouTube videos or this," and I'm like, "I don't know, man." But I figured why not give it a shot.
Shaming the parents. Here we go.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Yep. So and now he's giving me a hard time because he's like, you're editing with iMovie. You shouldn't be using iMovie, and he can't spell Da Vinci, and he's giving me a hard time for using iMovie. Right? It's like, learn how to spell Da Vinci, and then you can tell me what to do. But
No, my kid told me we were in the grocery store. He said the same thing. He says, "Why? Why don't you use your Filmora? I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, this is what I use. I'm like, oh, these kids are incredible, aren't they, Mike? What they know compared to what we did at 11, 12, 14 years of age.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad when I was like 11, 12, 20 something that there weren't social media and digital cameras and cell phones and all that stuff, because
the pros and cons.
Yeah, there's
It's hard to do on a flip phone.
Yeah, but I think like what got me into hammer, and I've only been licensed. It'll actually be tomorrow. Will be 2 years. I looked it up when I was in the green room
during the long wait time.
It'd be 2 years since I got my extra. I did my tech, then I did my general right after, and then the extra. I studied and took tests for like 4 months before getting on the air and actually messing around with radios. But I was one of those like pandemic or COVID hams where the kids not having activities and stuff after school, it made it a little bit easier to study. And I use the fast track audiobooks, and I would walk like 2 hours a day just to listen, and then watch some videos at night, and did that for like 3-4 months straight. I was so glad to be done and be able to just get on the air.
I was one of those too, because I had my tech since 2009, 2006. Whew, God. And I hadn't done anything with it. And then COVID came around. And I was, you know what? I'm going to take advantage of all this downtime and actually do something with it. And that's when I got my general. So,
So what was your first HF station? What was your, from radio to antenna? Like, what was your go-to, or your only go-to? Like, what'd you have? What'd you pick up?
For me, I got the G90 and the Wolf River coil. I knew I wanted to do POTA and be primarily a portable op. So I debated for like a month, because I didn't get my station put together until the end of March. So it was like a gap for a month where I was just honestly overanalyzing, like a lot of hams probably do, and just trying to figure out what to do. But I didn't come from a ham family. I'm not an engineer or anything. I wanted to try to like stay like under $1,000 or near that, putting everything together. And you talk about battery, the case, the coax, anything else. And so I was torn between an 891 and a G90, and just I rolled with a G90 and the Wolf River coil. And then from there, I've been adding antennas. I've since sold the G90. I got a 705 and a 7300 now. But yeah.
Which one do you like better?
I was just going to ask him. Go.
I like them both. What I like about the 705 right now, because I'm traveling a lot for work, is just being able to keep it in. And I got it in one of the camera backpacks. I got everything I need in there. And I can just grab that and go. So whether I'm traveling for work or my sister lives in North Texas, and she's in the Fort Worth area. I'm going down there sometime this year.
Well, let us know. We can POTA.
Yeah, I will. She's right outside of Fort Worth. She's at Hazlitt. And so,
okay, yeah.
And I wanted something I can, bring on a plane. We're going on a family vacation, something easy. So I've been using that a lot lately. And I've been doing some other things that I haven't figured out how to do on the 7300 yet, like WinLink and stuff like that. I've got a lot of the digital stuff set up on the 705. So I like that a lot. But I go back and forth between, I'll do QRP activations, and then other times I just want to go and 100 watts into a ham stick from the car and just keep it simple. And
Mike, I got to just stop you for 1 second.
Yeah.
These guys in the chat are telling me I'm old.
Well, Izzo, when Bob said, did wagons have wheels when Izzo was 12? I was going to say that you should tell him about the story when you helped your Uncle Moses build a boat.
I'm gonna show up. Sometime I'm gonna show up at one of the big 3 ham fests, and I'm gonna have my walker with the tennis balls, and I'm gonna smack you with
the tennis ball.
And then I'm gonna.
You're gonna have curb feelers on your little jazzy.
Yeah, and guess what? And then I'm gonna load that thing up, and I'm gonna make contacts, and I'll be in the POTA park, and I'll make my 10 or 11 contacts. So.
You're really old if you know what curb feelers are.
That's right.
Scott goes in the beginning. Scott goes in the beginning. God created dirt. What was that like, Izzo? They called him Joe back then. It was Joe Dirt.
Listen, hey guys, it's Fat Tuesday, and all I'll tell you is I might have known Jesus when he wore short pants, but let me tell you something, man. He was a cool cat. That's all I'm going to tell you. Anyway, so Mike, What about?
Where are you from? He was a cool cat.
He was cool, man. Come on, he walked on water. Come on, can you walk on water? You can walk maybe on ice.
With enough to drink, I can.
All right, so listen. So Mike, you got one antenna, you got your radio going. Thank you, Kurt. You're absolutely right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Have you gone to other
Rub
antennas
those
now?
white walls
Oh
off.
yeah.
Have you? So tell us about your whole antenna trek.
Yeah. So the I had some bad coax. I didn't know it was bad coax at the time for an activation, and that got me paranoid. Like, oh, I got to have redundancies, right? And
She goes on holiday. Yep.
Yep. So I picked up of all things an Alex loop antenna at a what do you call it, estate sale. So these are expensive. And anytime I think about getting rid of it, I find like another use for it. So it's not the best antenna, but there's like so many fun things you can do with it. It's light, it's easy. And I did FT8 from the hotel at Convention last year. I was like surprised I was able to get that thing to work from a hotel room, but that was a nice option. But the real, once I threw a wire in the air and actually got the KM4 ACK like antenna kit and put that together, that was night and day difference between using
You're
like
like,
a
that
mag
opens you
loop.
up to the world.
Yeah. No, and
Plus,
the nice
it
thing
builds your
about that-
confidence. It builds your confidence, doesn't it? See?
Yeah, and I told Jason this in Dayton last year when I saw him that that was the first antenna that I built, and my son and I, who again he's got his General, we went out after I got
extra by April, we hope.
Yeah, I wish, but so we go out to a park that's like 10 minutes away to test it up, do like a quick POTA and see how this thing works. And we got our first DX contact together, Spain, 20 watts with a wire.
That's
in the
cool.
air. And that was just like such a neat experience where we're like in the car looking at each other like, oh my gosh, like that's Spain, dude. We just got Spain. And so it was nice. We exchanged QSL cards. So we got our cards in the mail from Spain, but that was like a real neat experience to get that first DX with an antenna that I built and do it right there with my son. So that was cool. And since then I've done all kinds of NFEDs and random wires, and then recently I've been doing a lot with the Rybakov, and that's what I've done a couple videos on that actually have worked.
Can you explain kind of what that is?
Yeah. So, and I got the idea, and I can't take credit for this at all. I just kind of mimicked what I saw.
I'm gonna try to find a picture.
Walt from Coastal Waves and Wires, and then
yeah.
and then Tim with Golf 5 Tango Mike talked about it. And so the Rybakov is like basically a random wire. It's about 24 feet, 25 feet radiating element, and that's supposed to give it a lot of gain with the lower takeoff angles for some of the higher bands like 10 and 12. With a tuner, you should be able to get it. I've worked it from 10 through 40, including doing FT8 on 30 meters. But I've gotten to tune up on 6. I haven't made any contacts on 6. I didn't really try it for more than like a few minutes there, because I didn't want to waste too much time. 6 wasn't open and stuff. But the convenience of it is it's a multi-band antenna that has kind of a small footprint. You do need to have some radials out. But the day that I actually made the first video on it, I wasn't planning on using this antenna. I had a 71-foot random wire I was trying to use, and I had it up in an inverted V, but the winds were just really bad. I made one contact on it and the thing was blowing all over. So I took it down and put up the Rybakov instead. And I was kind of blown away at how well, it performed. And then who was it? Kevin, Kilo Zero, Kilo Echo Bravo, who does the QRP SSB group in that. I worked him with that Rybakov on 17 meters all the way down to 500 milliwatts.
Wow.
On one
So
of the
is
activations.
that picture kind of what you're working with?
Let's see here. That looks about right. Now there's I'm using a 24-foot one. Now, if you want to get in 80 or whatever, you can do an inverted L and extend the radiating element out some more and stuff. But yeah. What's interesting is 17 and 15 on this radio, and I just used it again for a POTA 2 days ago or so. I've done really well at 15 and 17 with it. Not as well with 10 or 12, but 10 or 12 can sometimes be hit or miss. I know 10's open a lot now or whatnot, but I'll still play with it some more. I like trying new things. I mean, like I said,
what's the power limit? Is there a power limit with that antenna?
I think that the LDG 4-to-1 that is connected to it is 200 watts. So I'd say like 200.
And that's just the little single piece from LDG, right?
Yep. It's the green one. It's a 4-to-1 on, and so
those are really cool. Just playing antenna.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, LDG has on their website, they will break down their balance for you and tell you they'll show you a picture of it. They'll give there you go. Bring that up there.
I will in just a second.
Tab there.
Keep talking.
Okay. I'll just win everyone's
You're getting ahead of me, son. You're getting ahead of me.
All right. So go to the other page.
That's the voltage one, not that one.
Oh.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Go to the other page. It shows all of them.
Yep.
What the hell are we doing? See, this is what happens when you miss a show. That page right
it's
there.
Playing cards with my brother's kids.
Well, see, this is just Google, son.
So bring up the Google then. There you go. So basically, LDG on their website, they'll show you all those different, and they're going to tell you the specs on them, what you want to do. You know, again, they help you out, and so, God, man, they're incredible people. They do a really nice job.
Yep, I got the 4-to-1, the 1-to-1, and I got the 9-to-1 too. I got a whole collection.
Oh, cool.
But
you never have too many, man. So. See, that's how you do it. That's right. There's no such thing as just buy one. No, buy them all.
You want options. Like I operate portable primarily, and I never know what I'm going to be up against sometimes between the weather or the setup or whatever.
See, this is why I like you, man. Yeah. Emergency knows no holiday. Emergency knows no holiday. You come in with the big bag, and that's it. And
so
speaking of which.
I'm assuming your radial connects to this ground side, and then your radiating element to the other.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
Yep. And I used for
so
radials
simple, even
17-foot ones, and I used like scrap wire that was hand me down from another ham, getting rid of stuff, and it worked out fine. I saw Jason in the chat mentioned that R&L has daily specials on those. Sometimes they do. When I was at Dayton last year, Gigaparts was selling them for like 25 or 20. So you can get them a little bit less than the 30. That's like the normal price. But
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Carrying a couple of those and just running a random wire up the pole.
Yep. Throw them in a box, in a bag, however you carry your stuff, and have it with you. Always have it with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you never know. As well as Mike, sounds like you're very similar to a lot of us where you get to a park or you think you're going to use this antenna, and then all of a sudden you see another opportunity. The bands are hopping, or bands are maybe not doing what you want to do. You try something else. You got options, right? It's all about having options out there, man.
Yeah, well, and you're in the Northeast like I am too. So like with the weather this time of year, I don't always want to be getting out of the car if I'm doing it from the car and changing antennas nonstop or something. That's another thing when it's nice in the spring or fall or whatever. But if I'm in the car and it's snowing or cold, like I want to get something up and I want to be able to jump around in case I see somebody spotted and everything. So yeah.
Is my microphone working?
Yep.
You're loud and clear right now.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Cool.
And Kevin's in the chat too. So Kevin, again, guys, Friday nights, I believe at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They get on Kevin's get on the YouTube, the Facebook, the NetLogger, and you can have some fun. I've been missing these guys on Friday nights, and I miss them. I'm hoping my schedule's going to change a little bit because it's fun when they say, "Hey, we're going to start at 10 watts, start dialing it down."
Yeah, it surprises me what you can do sometimes with just a couple watts, and that group, like it's been great. Like,
don't underestimate it. Don't ever don't keep thinking you need to do this stuff on 100 watts, guys. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Winter Field Day. Remember, did you participate in Winter Field Day, Mike?
I went out and I did a POTA and everything, and I didn't submit a log for it. I probably should have. I wasn't out too long, but I did go out and do a POTA activation. So,
but you do, besides POTA, do you do the ARRL field day? Do you do any other stuff?
Yeah, I'm involved with our club locally out in Rochester. We actually got one of the bigger clubs in the country. We got over 500 members. And,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm on the board. After I got my license, they asked me to join the board. So I think they wanted they wanted another young body on there. But
there's a sucker born every day.
Everything. Come on board, man. We'll have fun.
Busy with like our club stuff, but we just did, and this was a really rewarding experience. We did this Winterfest where, and it's the first one we've done since I've been on board. Obviously, things were a lot different a year or two ago with the pandemic, but just had a cabin at one of the local parks. It wasn't a POTA park, but had a bunch of radios set up and everything, and then a YL walked in, and you could kind of tell like she wasn't sure what she was doing there, and I like introduced myself, and she turned out she'd just gotten her tech and programmed her radio. She had a ball thing with her that was handed off to her, and it's like, hey, you want to get on 10 meters? Like, you want to get on one of the radios and set up an antenna real quick, a 10 meter just ground plane vertical. I used the Wolf River coils, the 102-inch whip. Threw that outside, connected it, and got her on 10 meters. She made a couple POTA contacts real quick, and then she got Scotland. And I mean, it was just
that'll get you.
Nice.
Yeah.
For those on the podcast, or for those that may not know, a YL is a young lady.
Yeah.
We have lots of acronyms in ham radio.
Yeah, that's how you get a date. I felt great.
That's
I was
how
on
you
cloud
get a
nine
date
after
right
that.
there. Yep, that's how you get a date, guys. If y'all need a date, that's what you do.
Yeah. We don't have a lot of the other portable thing. I've done 2 sodas, the same place. They're just hike up, only like a 15-20 minute hike. There's a few of these small ones near us. They're not as convenient as some of the parks, but I've been trying to get out and do some of those more. At least I'm looking for where they're both a dual soda and a POTA. So, but there's a couple within reasonable driving distance, which are fun.
Listen, I have a feeling you're going to find, you as well as every ham here in the chat, whatever, who's going to be listening on Twitter or the podcast the next couple of days. You start off in this hobby and you start here, and all of a sudden you start to shimmy a little bit.
Yeah.
Not like an El Camino does, right? Right, Kyle? No, but seriously, you shift a little bit based upon interests, and all of a sudden something comes along, whether it's from a manufacturer. You hear it here on Ham Radio Clubhouse every single Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Time, or maybe on other great YouTube shows throughout the week. Okay, so seriously, and all of a sudden now you're trying something different, and yes, weather will always have, let's face it, for us who like to play out in the field, weather is always a factor for us. There's some guys who just can't deal with the extremes. We get it, we respect it, but there are those times of the year.
I don't POTA when it's 12 degrees outside, sorry.
Or when it's 120.
Or when it's 120.
See, there you go. So really, so Mike, be careful you say you're never going to do that, or be a little, because something tells me, man, someone when that opportunity's there, you're going to open the door. And there's nothing wrong with that. Go for it.
Yeah, it's honestly, we say this all the time. It's a hobby of hobbies. There's so many things to do, and the thing that originally got me interested in it was emergency communications, and that's like the one thing I've done probably the least of. I've volunteered at a race since I've gotten licensed and everything, but I haven't gotten involved with Aries or Races or whatever. But that was one of the things that kind of got me interested in getting a license when I'm in Rochester now. I lived down in Binghamton for about a decade. And when I was down there, we had 2 really significant floods. We weren't impacted where we lived both times that they hit, but within a couple years, you saw quite a lot of damage and devastation. These are 100 or 500 year floods. It's always been something that was in the back of my mind. But it wasn't really until COVID hit when I had more time on my hands, or I could actually go and get the license and put the time in.
So we have seen you taking the family out.
Yeah.
I know, like any good parent, you let the kid, your son, the young adult, do his thing. Do you ever want to just push him over and say, hey, listen, that's mine? Let me have some fun.
Enough. My turn.
Enough.
Yeah, no. What's actually
You run the log.
most
Yeah,
of
you're
the time when my son Ben and I have gone out, we'll just like pass the mic back and forth.
I love that.
But
Yes.
but one of the
Good
things
kid.
that this is a winter. Last winter, he was having a bad day. I'm not sure exactly what it was. He was in a bad mood. He's miserable, and we went out, and I'm like, "You're coming with me." I don't like to force him to go out in POTA or anything. I'll ask him. Lots of times he doesn't want to go, but
Molson, take note. Molson, take note of this.
But I was like, "No, you're coming with me. You're going out. You need to get out there." And we went out, and of course, like a blizzard or squall hit when we were out. We got snowed on crazily, but I let him just do it on his own. I just sat back and gave him. I'm like, no, you're going to do this all on your own. And when you think about like the mental health aspects of POTA, especially for like a young kid, like now you're the center of attention, you're in control.
Rockstar.
It was great.
That's why I like POTA.
To see his face, like after he got those first couple calls in,
Boogie Nights.
and of all the things, number 10 was Jason from POTA. Was it Whiskey 3 Alpha X-Ray or whatever? He was his number 10, the head of POTA. But
the other Jason Johnson.
It was night and day seeing how like his attitude and everything changed just within a matter of like 20 minutes or so. All of a sudden, being in control, being the center of attention, the one person that everyone wants to talk to, the one person everyone wants to listen to, and I think there's a huge impact that ham radio can have on your attitude, your mental health, and everything.
Does he have
Steve? Is that a 40 you got there?
No, that's that's a pint.
Oh, okay.
So, Mike, does he have more awards than you? Just asking for a friend.
No, I wouldn't allow that. He's not allowed to be taller than me or any of that. No. It doesn't work out like
so
that.
far, yeah. Okay, you let me know how that makes out. All right.
Yeah, he's got a ways.
But
I'm
that's
6'2", so he's got a ways to go, but he might get there. We'll see.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, what do you think you want to do next? Is there any
Steve? You're so right.
Anything that's really.
I have a TNC4 on the way from Mobilinked, and I am excited to dive into APRS and some of that stuff. Maybe even like M17. I haven't had an APRS radio or anything, so that's something new I'm looking forward to trying with. I wanted to learn some more digital modes. I've only done FTA and more recently, the last few months, WinLink. But I want to keep doing more with WinLink, pushing myself there, and then learn some of the other digital stuff. JS8 call, even RIDI, and just try different things. When I go out and activate, I love doing different bands, and I want to learn some different modes. And
there's a whole world out there outside of 20 meters.
Oh yeah.
Mike, what about
so funny? You always see the spots are nothing but 20.
Yep.
And then now that the sun cycle's where it's at, you see, oh wait, there's people down on 10. There's people on 12 and 15 and 17 and
Mike, in the Rochester area, let's switch gears now. Let's go to the local stuff. VHF, UHF, FM analog, or DMR, D-Star. What do you guys? Anything popular in your neck of the woods?
There's a couple repeaters that have nets regularly. One of the ones I do one on a Tuesday night, usually checking just a VHF, UHF one. I think that's it. That's UHF.
You tell them to join us on the Clubhouse when you do that on the Tuesday night net.
Yeah.
tell them to move to Wednesday nights because we're on Tuesday nights. That's
but this frequency.
There's also
this frequency's in use.
There were a couple young kids that got licensed when my son did, and they actually run a net. So the two kids that are they gotta be like 13 now. Both do a net on Saturdays, which is nice. Usually try to check in on that. They link up at least a handful of repeaters in the Western New York area to do that, because they're in a more rural part. They can't hit some of the repeaters up in like the Rochester suburban city area, but we link a bunch of repeaters up, and it's a good time. There's a really active VHF group. that does a lot of VHF stuff. Like when I go out and usually try to do my sodas, I usually try to time those with the VHF contests because it's fun to be able to try things like 2 meter single sideband and do some of those things when you know that there's going to actually be a lot of people out active on those modes. So
that's one thing I haven't done yet is 2 meter sideband.
All right, so I'm bringing up the map here of Rochester. So do you get a lot of that lake effect snow from Lake, is it Ontario, I think it is?
We did until this year. Then like Buffalo took everything.
Oh God, yeah.
This winter is like, it's ridiculous. Like we get three seasons in 1 week. It does not know what I don't mind.
No,
I don't mind 4 seasons. I like the variety. There's always something to complain about. But when you get 3 of them like in the same week, it's like enough. Like
what's 80? We had like it was 30 something degrees 2 days ago, and it was 83 today in Texas.
Jeez.
Weather OCD.
Don't put away that flip flops.
No, exactly.
All right. So my point.
But we should normally get it. Yeah, we should normally have like lake effect winters and everything, and get plenty of snow. Just not this year.
Hey, Mike.
Go ahead,
Mike. Mike, you're 2 hours from Watertown.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I was going to bring
meeting up for a POTA?
Exactly.
I will let you know when I go up there in the summer because
you make a special trip for me. That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, well, we definitely gotta get together up there. My in-laws got a cottage near the Thousand Islands, so I'm usually up near like the Sackett's Harbor area and
listen.
And stuff. But
you guys should be working 6 meter simplex. You guys are so close. You're closer to Molson than I am for crying out loud. Holy Christ.
We're like brothers. No, sorry. You meant distance. Okay, yeah. No, that'd be awesome, man. You're not far. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I should start calling my shack the cottage.
The cottage.
I'm going to my cottage.
Yeah.
It's the cottage. Cottage. Man.
I like it.
Well,
can you say Clementines?
Clementine?
No? Okay.
Mike, how about chowder?
Chowder?
No.
No, because I'm sensing some Boston from him.
No, chowder, and I don't like the New England stuff. I like the red stuff. I like.
We can't be friends. I'm sorry. You stay up there with Molson. You stay up there with Molson.
No. You didn't stepped on his toes now.
No. Interesting because that Rochester area is just so. I know, like on 40 meters, again to see the. I love 40 meters, but now guys like me, I'm not saying you got to give up 40 a little bit, but because of where we are now and this 11-year trend, 40's kind of has characteristics have changed dramatically. But when it kind of swings back in maybe 5 or 6 years, you and I working 40 meters. Should be like nothing, park to park and everything.
Yeah, it's easy to get on and activate on 40 meters. It's with where we are in the ham density and everything. It's super easy. I want to I got to get like a real quarter wave vertical put together for 40 because I've never done any DX
Commander.
on 40.
I was about to say there's one called the DX Commander.
DX Commander.
Yeah. And they make a POTA version.
Can somebody suspend Lawnmower? He says he has a high of 87 today. We had snow today, Lawnmower.
Oh my God!
He's close. He's close to me. It was warm today. I almost broke out the shorts.
Us Northerners are gonna do a repeat. We're gonna come in and beat you guys up. Careful.
You're gonna send some of your Arctic air down to Texas.
Gonna send our troops.
Well, gents, it's the top of the hour. I need to say 73.
Oh,
and I know. Stupid midnights.
I gotta shave.
Dad's leaving. We can.
I'm still gonna be watching.
Hey Shane,
it was 81.
Seriously, Shane, before you leave, what do you think? We gotta get Mike in the on the rolls here.
We need to make a motion.
Well, why don't you make the motion before you
I'll
leave?
make the motion to add N2MAK to the Ham Radio Clubhouse.
We know that the motion's on your list of things to do before you go to work, Shane.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And looking at my calendar, you guys have me for the next 3 weeks.
Oh, great.
And then I have a PM, so Scott.
So you made a motion. I'll second
I'm
the
going to kick
motion.
him out.
Perfect.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Are we sending these to Beer Snack so he can update the rolls?
Oh, we're testing.
It's
We're
a
testing
He's
to
gonna
make
have to
sure
go
he's
back
watching.
and rewatch. Exactly.
Right.
All right, you guys have a good night. Thanks to everybody in the
All right.
chat. Thanks for the
you,
channel
Shane.
members. Thank you all so much. We'll see you. I'll be in the chat.
So long,
See you,
brother.
bud.
Bye.
So, Mike, you've watched this show for a while.
Yeah.
You ready for the rapid fire
Bring
questions segment?
it. Yep.
He said, "Bring it."
All right. All right.
All right, I'm ready.
Steak, chicken, or fish?
Steak,
How do you like your steak?
medium.
Medium what? Medium what? Medium rare or medium well?
Oh,
It should
just
be
the
medium.
medium
No,
or medium
straight
rare.
medium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite non-alcoholic beverage?
Water.
Favorite alcoholic beverage?
Ohio water.
Beer. If I can be generic,
I had
I'll say
to.
beer.
I
but-
had to.
What kind of beer? Like we're talking like Miller Lite stuff, or are we talking? You
No,
know,
it's like antennas, man. It's like there's beers for whatever season or whatever mood and stuff. So I love everything. So I'll drink from Miller Lite to like craft IPAs, stouts, everything. It changes with the season.
Okay.
What's your flavor? Do you like ice cream? And if so, what flavor?
Chocolate, mint chocolate chip actually is the favorite.
All right, now answer this one very carefully. You come to my house and there's 2 bowls of potato chips on the counter. Which one do you stay away from if you want to stay at my house and we have a good time here at my house? I'll repeat. Which bowl of potato chips do you not eat or touch at my
First of all,
house?
I ain't trying none of that ketchup potato chip shit. Like,
What?
but I know you don't like the
Who
barbecue.
the hell brought this guy on? No.
I'll eat-
Oh, he froze up now.
No way. No
Good
way.
going,
Oh,
Molson.
Paul said,
Broke it,
yeah,
Molson.
He's
Uh,
there he is.
There he
He's
is.
back.
There he is.
He's
There he
back.
is.
He's back. You froze on us, Mike, but that's
Don't
it.
ever talk
Goodbye.
bad about ketchup chips, Mike. What's going on?
Oh,
Suddenly.
That's
who
not my
broke
fault.
it? Who
That's
broke
not my
it?
fault. I didn't do that.
Yeah,
Everything was
it's all your
good.
That was not
Molson.
me. Oh, shut up. That wasn't me.
Oh my God! Somebody better screenshot him and take out the Sharpie magic marker and give him a
He
mustache.
back? There
You're
he
back.
is.
You're back.
There he is.
All right.
all right.
Let's see.
I'm not talking about the ketchup stuff anymore, man.
Yeah, see the internet gods. They kicked you off.
See. So, what kind of potato chips you like? If you want to stay at my house.
I like just plain ones or sour
There
cream
you
and
go.
onion.
Okay. All right.
So,
All right.
But Izzo, I know your house won't have barbecue chips anymore.
Okay, did I break Mike's internet? Mike, if I broke your internet, blink your eyes.
yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, that was
I think I ruffled some feathers up north with like the ketchup comment. So yeah.
probably. They'll get over it.
Watch out, Americans.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, please.
We'll send
guys-
some $12 balloons to take out your missiles.
Yeah.
So listen, guys. Mike's been playing. Mike will know what I'm talking about. For everybody who does, you got to go back in the team replay. Listen to Kevin K0KLB. He did a video of he loaded up a shovel from Northern Tool or wherever he got it from. Loaded up on the Iowa farm. Well, about a week and a half ago, this big box comes to my house. And I'm like, it better not be freaking full of potato chips. I am going to go crazy. And I pick it up like any good kid at Christmas, and you shake it. And I'm like, this is not no potato chips. There's a shovel in there. Kevin has challenged me to load the shovel up here in Connecticut and make some contact. So we will be doing that probably in maybe April-ish, May. I have made a promise to myself. I'm not going to deviate. I want my extra. I got to get this for a lot of reasons. I want to do it for a lot of reasons. So I'm not playing with antennas or shovels on the air. We're not going to do anything. But, and who knows, maybe we'll do it here live on the Clubhouse. And that might be kind of a fun thing to do. But go to Kevin's YouTube channel and you can see what Kevin did and how he made some contacts using a shovel. So there you go, guys. It's possible. It can be done. You'll have fun. You'll learn something too with it. So, what else? What else, Mike? What else have you loaded up anything crazy like that? Like besides a shovel or a hoe or rake or a Zamboni? I mean, anything up your way? A fence?
No, not yet. But I got that Matt 705 tuner for the ICOM recently, and I want to do some random wire stuff with that and kind of see what that's capable of.
Sure can. Yep.
And stuff. So that's on the list. But I haven't loaded up anything crazy, not yet. But
what about the shack? Anything in the shack? Do you have a?
My shack is my trunk, man. I'm pathetic. No, I don't have anything permanently set up in the house. We got a nice deck and patio out back. When the weather's nicer, I'll go out. Yep. I got one of the Comet pass-throughs that I can use if I do want to set up something quick in the winter or whatever. That's on the list as something to do this coming year. I wanted to be patient while I figure out where I want to set up in the basement and what antenna or two I want to get set up outside for HF and stuff. So I haven't done anything like that, but it's like I said, it's only been 2 years since I've been licensed. So I've been focused more on the portable stuff. And honestly, like I'd rather get out of the house. That's what I love. Just getting out, and there's so many awesome parks nearby. I don't have to go too far. I'm lucky.
How many parks, like within an hour's drive, do you think you have?
Like within an hour's drive. I mean, it's got to be like a dozen plus. I can drive 15 minutes and be at a 3-fer. I can drive, 10 minutes and be at 2 or 3 different parks. Mm-hmm. We're real lucky where we are in like the Finger Lakes region. So there's definitely a lot. There's no shortage.
Any issues with like line noise? Have you ever dealt with the interference, which can bring up which can bring our self-esteem down because you want to play radio, you get somewhere. Any issues with that?
I haven't noticed it.
How you about it?
I haven't noticed it at my house a lot yet, but I don't operate a lot here. There's certainly been some parks that I've been out to where you're too close to lines and you're getting static and noise and whatnot. But if I'm going to, I try to do my homework when I'm going to new parks, things that I'm not familiar with. I'll spend hours looking at maps trying to figure out the best place to operate from because I travel the state a lot and for work or family and I'm always like there aren't any ATNOs left. There aren't any all-time new ones left in New York other than a few islands. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to need a boat, but other than that, I spend a lot of time just looking at maps, trying to figure out where I can go and where the best place to set up is, where I can avoid, wires and power lines and things like that.
How about any pesky problems with these POTA police wannabes or any problems? And how did you solve it? That's because that may help others who have had these situations.
No, I'll tell people the right way to go about doing those things and stuff. So early on, I screwed up with Ben, my son, when he had his tech. I misunderstood that he couldn't operate under his call sign with me when I had my extra. So he was out at a POTA. Him and I were both doing it, and we're passing the mic back, and there was a third activator there too. But one of our Elmers who taught his tech class for our club and sent me a note after. He's like, hey, Ben can't use his own call sign on HF when he's just a tech. Even if he's with you, he has to use your call sign and
control operator. Yeah.
Told Ben, sorry, bud. And and then Ben was like, all right, I'll get my general. And he started studying, and about 2 months later got his general. And it was actually some good motivation. But like, I screwed up. He screwed, we made a mistake. I misunderstood, how some of that stuff worked with control operator or whatever. I was like, no, you're with me, man. You can operate wherever you want. But no. So that's the way to do it. I've only had one incident where park rangers came up. We were putting wire in a tree at Letchworth State Park, which is absolutely gorgeous. And we tried to stay out of the way where like there was walking trails and there was a lot of photo op opportunities and stuff. We wanted to get out of there and get far back. But there was a class visiting there. And I guess the teacher was concerned that we were throwing ropes up in the tree and didn't quite understand what was going on. And they came over to talk to us, asked us, like the park folks, and I explained and talked to the head of the park, and he was fine with it and let us just roll. He was like, just let me know in advance and I'll make sure you don't have any trouble. But it was fine. I've never had any negative experiences with rangers or anything. I have very little interaction with them to begin with. So, but you hear the horse stories, especially if you go online. That's what people aren't going to share, that they went out to a park and didn't have any issues. They're going to share something when they do.
I sometimes wonder, I'm not saying nothing is always, peaches and cream and barbecue chips galore. Okay. And happiness and rainbows and unicorns. But I also think sometimes it's how you approach a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, many times, I mean, listen, I've got, 73 or 75 parks here in Connecticut operated. I got a bunch of kilos here and there. Yeah, I've had my situations, but it's all how you diffuse it or how you approach it. And, kind of read that, it's a psychology thing. You want to respect the man with the badge. I get it. But hey, and listen, it all depends too how drastic you're doing it too. Invite the guy. Come here. You want to sit down? Let me show you what I'm doing.
Just want to sit down, Jason. Come sit down.
Come sit down. Join us. Right, Jason?
Yep, that's right.
That's how you do it. Make a friend. Who knows? That park ranger could be your best buddy next time you want to go to that park.
Oh, just like you said, Mike. The guys hung around. They watched. They were real curious. Like they found it like absolutely amazing what we were doing.
It could be like the guy at Monsanto.
Right.
If they wear a badge, you should not answer any questions. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's as simple as that.
That might be how it is in Canada, but yeah. No, that park ranger at Monsanto that first year we were there, it was 2021. He was a ham. He came by and he talked to us on 6.52, and we're like, "Whoa, is this guy supposed to be here?" But he was a ham. And then he's like, "Okay, you guys have fun." And 30 minutes later, he comes back out of uniform and drinks beer with us, and we're like, "All right, I guess we're good."
Yeah, and he was there last year too.
Yeah, Red Solo Cup, right? He brought in the Red Solo Cups, I heard, or whatever. So I mean, that's cool. That's how you do it, man.
Great hospitality is what we call that.
Yes,
that's right.
Yep.
So, Jason, where are you? Jason, you're in Galveston?
Yeah.
Excellent. You having fun down there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my ham alert was going off.
Yeah, my ham alert. I was just going to say, you son of a bitch, my ham alert once again, and I'm at work.
Yeah. I'm
like, darn.
I went to the park today and set up my Pactena, my FTDX10, and I made about 111 contacts in about 90 minutes.
Nice.
Wow.
Excellent.
Good. It was fun. There was a guy down at a guy I know from Dallas area. He was at that Lake Fairfield State Park. I don't know if you guys have heard us talk about that, but there's a state park. It's about 3 hours north of here. It's only about an hour and a half south of Dallas. They're closing the park next Monday. Mm-hmm. So like last opportunity to ever activate the park. So people have been going down there in groups to activate it. So I'm going to get down there sometime this week, hopefully.
Get a kilo if you can out of it.
Nice.
What are you smoking?
This is okay, Izzo, did you see my video I put up from Hamcation about the VHQ hex beam?
I'm behind. I swear, you, Frank, and TOs, I am behind, but I have made notes
Yeah, that's okay. So there's a guy that builds a V8, what he calls a VHQ hex beam, and it's a very, very well built, robust, strong, very heavy duty hex beam. He's a big cigar smoker. So he was standing outside the Hem Fest one morning. I think it was Friday morning, and he was smoking a cigar. And I'm like, oh, "What are you smoking?" So we started talking about cigars. He says he smokes 2 to 3 cigars a day. So he's a lot more hardcore than I am. So he gave me this. I gave him a couple, and
Nice.
and a really cool guy. His name's Dave. And so yeah, he gave me this. This is a what I say it was. Hold on, I'll tell you. It's not something I've heard of before. Charter Oak.
Yes. Yes.
So,
oh
have you
yeah.
had that? It's very good.
Yes. Excellent. Enjoy it. Yep. I'm running what's called from J.C. Newman. You guys are gonna be able to see this. It's called the Inch. I love these.
That
this
inch
is sort
again.
of the Inch, man. Many inches, and many inches, my friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Charter Oak. That's right. Charter Oaks are very good.
Charter Oaks. Yeah, I've never had one, so it's really good.
Enjoy it then on there. And what's the weather like down there for you?
Right now, it's really foggy, and today it was overcast most of the day, but there's no wind, so I was happy. Yesterday it was sunny. Tomorrow it's supposed to be kind of windy. I want to go out and activate the park again tomorrow, but we'll see what the wind does. But so far it's not bad. It's like 60s.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. And Mike, what do you have up there in New York?
It's like 40 or so. It's pretty mild out there now. What's it?
Right.
I'm saying, yeah, 32. So it's not bad. It's like I said earlier, we're getting like 3 seasons a week, man. It's like 1 minute it's 60, another minute we're getting snow, and then it melts, and it's crazy. It's not a normal winter at all.
I had a snow squall. I had a snow squall going into work this morning, and then it just went to rain, and it is similar, but I got the weekend off, and I was looking at, what can I do? And they're talking about, frigid temperatures again. I'm like, why can't that stuff be in the middle of the week? Well, but I just might do something from the truck. I gotta think about this, because I'm jonesing. I'm getting the shivers from not from not activating.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get out tomorrow afternoon. It just my wife's working a half day, so I should be able to duck out in the afternoon. And
so, Jason, down in Galveston, what bands are you operating from?
Today I did 20. We Mike and I were down here on New Year's Day, not this year, but last year, and we did a lot of 17 meters because there was a contest going on. So 10 is open right now. I haven't done it yet, but I want to sometime this week. So pretty much 10, 15, 17, and 20. And I'm sure 40 is open too. I haven't tried 40 yet this week, but everything's really kind of open down here right now.
Isn't it amazing how even from 6 months to a year ago, we're seeing something again? Everything just shifted. The sun just said, "Let me show you, let me show you some nice propagation."
Right.
It is just amazing. Even from my house, just 10 meters this past weekend. Popping guys off on 10 meters like it was nothing. I had like a 15-minute window. My son was in the shower. I had to take him somewhere. I threw on the 705 and bam, 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 bam. I'm like, oh my God, it's like fishing without bait, man. This is like,
Yeah.
No, the reason why I asked, because where you are in Galveston, I didn't know if you're hitting a lot of the Central American, South American guys maybe with a little bit more ease, or is it harder because you're too close to that region? There can be pros and cons of that.
Yeah, on 15 and 17 it's easy. On 20 it's mostly USA. Although I will say, and I worked another Victor Echo 3 station today, but the first time I ever worked a Victor Echo park to park was from down here in Galveston. So almost every time I activate, I get at least one Victor Echo or Victor Alpha station. And this guy today wasn't in a park, but I got him. He was in the log 5.5, and I was on a 20 meter pack tenna. So with 100 watts, and I got him just fine. So it's nice having that propagation down here. It's a little bit different than home, but on I assume on 10 I've never done 10 meters down here, so I need to do that this week. But 15 and 17, you can definitely work some South America, Cuba, Caribbean, that kind of thing. So it's.
And what antenna are you using?
Most of the time, I'm using either the pack antenna or the spark plug gear antenna.
There you go. There you go. Look at that. Spark plug for the win.
Mm-hmm. I used to use my TN07 flagpole antenna. That works well, just vertical. I've used the Impasse 2.0. I've used that a couple times. That works well too. So, yeah, they just put a wire up in the air. It doesn't really matter. Down here, it's a little bit easier than it is in the flatlands up there where I live.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at 0%. I'm at 0 feet above sea level here, literally.
Right, ground zero. Yeah,
right. Yeah. But with the saltwater propagation, makes it a lot easier.
Hey, speaking of which, Joe Brett, I saw you on Twitter. You were making a whole bunch of contacts.
Yeah, it was. It was nice. We got I've mixed it up with FT8 and some voice. Let's go back a little bit, see what I got here.
I saw your map on Twitter.
Yeah. So I got a lot of Japan on FT8 for the time that I was operating. I mean, it wasn't.
What band was that on?
It's all 10 meter.
10 meter.
That's
10 meter FTA over to the JAs. Nice.
Yep, I got let's see, I had a good sideband. Got Eric in Hawaii on sideband, so that was fun.
Nice.
And let's see. I got something. Oh yeah, I got Portugal and France, and on 10 meter FM, I got
that
France
was cool.
and Portugal.
That was, I saw that you did that. That's cool.
That's what got me excited. I was like, okay, So not only do I start higher in the bands and go down from there to see what's available to me, I also check that FM out as well. So those get me excited.
Was that the first time? Was that the first time you ever did anything with FM mode?
Oh no, I like it FM. I started out on 6 and 10 before I got a sideband rig. That's all I done was I used a little 50 watt mobile and the TYTs that I don't promote the quad bands that I've had. When they worked, I had great fun on 6 meter and 10 meter FM. So,
my only experience with 6 meters was at the Ham Fest here in Connecticut when a whole bunch of low band stuff was being pulled out of public utility vehicles, Department of Public Works vehicles, cop cars, you name it. That stuff was all just showing up at the flea markets. And, a couple guys had the software just to, take it out of the public safety man, put it up to, and, 52, was it 52.525, the calling frequency? And, it's just amazing what 50 watts,
This is funny. When 6 meters is open, my most contacts on 6 meter FM is always the East Coast up there toward your way. Every time. Sometimes I get into Canada and stuff, but it's always favors the Northeast.
Interesting. Maybe that's the signals traveling over the water. And although there is an extra question, something about that. I'm not sure if that pertains to what you're talking about, but it's a southern path. From southern to north. So I don't know. Maybe that extra question pertains, or all I know is just get it right. Pick southern, pick the south. And that's one question you'll get right.
I'll mention another notable contact I made. It was David pointed it out in chat. VA7BIX Simon. You've seen him. He's the woohoo guy up in Canada.
Yes.
We got another woohoo guy over in California. They're good buddies. It's hilarious to hear them make contact with each other. But nice. He was on 20 meters at the top of a glacier. I forget what it was called. It was in the picture I posted. But man, he had like 2 or 3 feet of snow. He was just sitting there and operating radio like it was a summer day in Hawaii or something. I'm like, I don't see how folks do it. I couldn't do it.
Guys, I got to drop off for a second. I'll be right back.
All right.
So I've been. Go ahead, Mike. Go.
I was just going to say it's not that bad on like the sunny days in the winter, like because I try not to operate with gloves because I'm always logging on my phone and stuff. But once like that sun goes down, or if it's windy, it's wicked. And if it gets down below 30 or whatever, being out there, but it's still fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mark in the chat said he had fun using the GE Master 2 on 6 meter FM. Then when I started with 6 meters, I had the Motorola Ameritrack, which is similar to that one. And it's, that huge trunk radio they used to put in for low band public safety. Yeah, that was fun having that in the truck. Big old, like 110 watt transmitter. But it made some good contacts with it.
I'm having some troubles with my headsets. I feel like I have voices in my head for some reason, but there's all kinds of interference. So, sorry guys, I've been having a hard time following along. So
you do have voices in your head. We all do. You don't have to be crazy to hang out with us. We'll train you.
I'm dead serious. I'm just not talking with you. I got
just acknowledge them and talk back with them. Carry on the conversation while you're live.
I want it that way. There. It's reminding me of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You know that episode where they have the lineup?
Oh, Lord.
Just look in the Discord. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, so
that's what I'm afraid of.
Anyway. So Jason, how long? Sorry, I don't know if because I wasn't able to hear before. How long are you down in Galveston right now?
We'll be here another 2.5 weeks.
Okay, very cool. So, when you go down there, do you just use a portable station, or do you remote in, or do you do any special setups when you're there? You might have already asked this question.
No, I'm just using my. Well, I don't have anything set up here at the house right now, but I got my POTUS stuff with me because the park is like 7 minutes that way, so it's easy to get to. So I can go down there and just set up and activate and come back. And the closest park to me when I'm at home is like a half hour away. So having it convenient right there is really fun to do. But I'm probably going to set up something here later this week, but I haven't done it yet.
So I saw a bunch of comments about doing a Sherry node, and it piqued my curiosity. Are you going to do a video on doing a Sherry node at all, or?
He's done it.
Yeah. You got to go back in the archives.
Goodness gracious. Mm-hmm. All right. Sounds good.
Galveston.
I'm a little lazy. See, it's easier for me to ask somebody to do a new video about it than to me actually look for it.
I think Kyle's talking about doing one.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta look into that. Yeah.
I thought about just redoing all my old videos, calling them new.
Yeah.
Kyle's doing a video for what?
The Sherry. The All-Star.
Oh,
Sherry
yeah.
mode.
Yeah. So, any of you guys on the stream have All-Star?
Yep.
No.
I've got a node assigned to me, but I don't have no way of using it.
You sound like Ham Radio for Non-Techies, Scott. He's got a node. He doesn't have any idea how it's programmed. Connect into my hub that's in the cloud, 43136. I'm monitoring it the whole time I'm down here because the 440 machine that's on the tallest building on the seawall down here is connected into my node full time, 24/7. So I've got a local repeater and I've also got my node in the house here. So I've been on it pretty regularly. And Kyle was talking about doing another Sherry node build because I'm going to get one to Mike and to Frank's got one, but it doesn't work. I think there's something wrong with it. So probably try to get him set up too. So, but the system right now is Frank free. So that might entice me.
I was going to say, did Frank try to solder it?
Now, I think he legit has a bad unit. You know, we like to tease Frank a lot, but no, I think he legit has a bad unit. So he was doing, he put it together correctly, I believe. I wasn't there when he did it, but hey, man, if I built one, anybody can build one. So it's not that hard to do.
I'll have to take a look at it.
I was going to say, I soldered mine up and I couldn't get it to work quite right. I ended up sending it back and I had just a cold solder joint on one of the ground connections.
Oh, yeah.
But they fixed it and sent it back to me. No problem.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, they're great folks out there. The hard part of getting that set up right now is getting a hold of a Raspberry Pi. But
Yeah, that was my thing.
Yeah, Mike's got a Pi. He said he can use for it, and I'm gonna have to get on a Zoom session with Scott, and we're gonna have to log into his and reset his, and then he'll be on there. So hopefully, I'm trying to get as many people as I can connected because it's a fun system to be on.
Yep.
I just got to drive across the border 10 minutes, and I got a Pi waiting for me.
Hmm.
I got to do that
Still
sooner or
there?
later.
Or did
Huh?
they send it back?
It's still there.
Okay.
They
Good.
said they'd hold it for me. They said for you, Molson, anything.
Nice.
That's nice of them.
Good people.
Yeah, with the charge. So
With the charge.
exactly. Yeah. No, it's so funny. Like I'll drive an hour away to go to some store, but I'm just too lazy to go across the border and go to the ship it shop, pick it up. You know, I don't know what it is.
Oh, Lord.
They still got it for you though, right?
Yeah, I talked with Dude and he hooked me up. So Ham Radio Dude sent me one. I had some other stuff that was coming up to me, so he sent it over. It's been there for a few weeks now, so
Okay.
I just got to go pick it up. That guy's got the connections. You need a Pi, you go see Dude. So
I do
Goes
have
across
one.
the
I got to
street
do something.
to the Goodwill and pick them up. You know all the
What?
stuff he gets at the Goodwill.
his what is it? His shower seat antenna.
Yeah, I mean he goes over there and finds amazing stuff at his Goodwill. I go to mine and it's just old books and broken furniture.
Yeah.
Find a Raspberry Pi at Goodwill. That's a pretty amazing find.
Yeah.
Are you just making out? Or you really found a Raspberry Pi at a Goodwill?
No, I was just joking.
Okay. Sounds good.
But it'd be
Never know
pretty
what-
cool
never
if you
know what
did.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
I think ham radio operators should do Troll the Government Day. I think we should all just launch a balloon on the same day. Imagine if like 2,000 amateur radio operators launched balloons across the U.S. and Canada.
They're supposed to do a balloon launch. They usually do a balloon launch every year at the Houston Ham Fest, which is a week and a half from now. And I hit up the guy that I know that one of the guys is kind of in charge of it. And I was like, hey, dude, let's launch a balloon and hope the Air Force comes by and shoots it down because I want that on video.
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yes.
a big video.
It'd be freaking cool.
What could you put on the side? Oh, we could just paint stop. We can just like write on the side, stop speculating.
Yeah.
It would be perfect.
That says it all. That says it all.
It would be good.
Hey guys, I was just thinking for the next 15, 20 minutes, you want to open up? We got a few spots here in the
Yeah, do it. Bring some
Clubhouse. If somebody wants to send the link up, again, guys, you know the rules. You got to have good internet, got to have good audio, and you got to talk a little bit. You can't just sit there, because if not, where is he? The bouncer over here is he's gonna kick you out.
You also need to be appropriately clothed.
Yeah, and that's the truth. Yeah.
Okay, if I kick you off, don't take it personally, okay?
So what you're saying is I shouldn't stand up.
No, hang out. You're good.
Hang out, man. You're fine.
So, Jason, I got a quick question for you. So, down on Galveston, do you have issues with corrosion at all with any of your stuff?
Hell yeah. Well,
Okay.
the house here, yeah. I mean, I have to put up new light fixtures every 2 to 3 years, and
Gotcha.
part of the fence, I've replaced a bunch of the fence that was galvanized metal, and it still rusts anyway. So yeah, one reason I don't want to leave. It's a vacation rental. We rent it out during the summer, and I don't think that I don't know what the rules are behind that, but I don't think they'd let me put an antenna up and leave it here. But I kind of don't want to. If I did, it would be something fiberglass, because I wouldn't want to put up like a Yagi or something, because even like an aluminum antenna wouldn't rust, but the stainless steel screws that hold it together, well, unless they don't use stainless steel. If they use just regular steel screws, that would rust. So the PL259 connections would rust and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's a problem.
Gotcha.
gotta look where Galveston is. I don't know my American geography that well.
Yeah, where I am, we got plenty of water, but everything by me is all fresh water, all lakes, and
Where are you in New York?
Rochester, so right
Yeah.
off Lake Ontario, in between
Yeah.
Syracuse and Buffalo.
Pretty far north, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Never been up there, but I've always wanted to go up there and tour the Kodak Museum, but I've never been that far north.
No, there's a lot of cool stuff. There's absolutely phenomenal craft breweries, distilleries, and everything in the whole Finger Lakes area. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Plenty of good drinks.
Galveston's small. It's like an island, right?
Yeah.
It is an island.
It is.
Cool.
An
You got a tower at your place?
Not yet.
tower? No.
Yeah, do you have a tower? Oh. I was gonna go search all the streets to find out where your place is.
Yeah.
There's not that many streets in Galveston.
I was driving through a neighborhood one time and I saw a crank up tower with a hex beam on it, and I drove around to the front of the house to see if the guy had his call sign on his car, and he did. So I went home and emailed him. I'm like, "Hey, dude, tell me how the ham radio stuff is down here." This is like 4 or 5 years ago. Traded some emails with him. He's a nice guy. So yeah, you don't see it much down here, but there's a few people with towers and antennas down here.
I done that one time. I kept seeing the Gap Titan DX that I actually ended up with. That's how I got it. I kept driving by this house, and I'm like, I don't know who this is because he didn't talk on local VHF, so I hadn't talked to him on 2 meters. And it just got the best of me one day. I went by, and I just whipped in the driveway. I seen him sitting on the porch, and we got to talking. And he donated a lot of stuff before he became a silent key shortly after, so unfortunately, but yeah, it was worth the meet. I actually knew him years ago when I was a lot younger, but it was neat.
All right, listen, Molson.
The guy that Molson doesn't know.
Yeah. I say Molson. If we can allow him on
Evan.
the stream, obviously, is Evan, and where does he live?
Texas.
Come on, Molson. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Listen. Okay.
How do you pronounce his last name? How do you pronounce his last name?
Listen, man. I don't care. He's paying the bar check.
I figured we were gonna throw him for a screw when my call sign is KG1 instead of 5 because I'm in 5 land.
Yep.
So somebody put in the comments that I forgot you've been on the stream. No, I have not forgot. I forgot you were on the previous stream. Okay, you didn't stick out.
You know, Evan, something. All these years now, or all these episodes since since we started talking and meet each other on various streams. How did you get the one call sign, the one region?
Well, it's a vanity.
Okay, there you go. And did you choose it? Is it from a family member? What's the history behind it?
If you know Motorola, you would know why. ADP is an algorithm in encryption.
All right. I don't go deep with. I'm not one of those deep Motorola guys.
KG1 is the slot. It's the slot that it's
there you go.
and the ADP is the algorithm.
See, this is what you learn here. Excellent.
Look at you.
Like
Evan put some deep thought into it.
So you were the guys who would take, like I say, who could take these max traxes and say, hey, listen, if they're on, 46 megahertz or 42, we can just realign them.
Yeah, you just put 2 together and you can make a repeater easily.
There you go. See, this is why we do this stuff here.
Jason knows that.
Yep. Yeah. KH6WI in the chat says, I need to use a CRES 316 hardware. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to go look that up.
Off the top of my head, Jason, while you're here, do you know where I can get a Sherry node?
Yeah, just order one.
I mean, can you get them right now? I guess I'm asking.
Last I checked, you can get Sherry nodes all day long. It's the Pi that's hard to get.
Okay.
Yeah, you can order a Sherry node. I mean, I haven't looked in a few weeks, but the last time I was on their website, they had them in stock.
Okay.
What's the story with the Pi? Why is the Pi still out of stock?
It's the chip, isn't it?
Is it chip?
I think so.
I thought we were all beyond this by now. We're still kind of hanging a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Or people are using it as an excuse.
Wow.
Ooh, conspiracy. Here we go. Conspiracy again.
You can buy a Raspberry Pi on Amazon right now for about $180.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
For like $50.
They're
$30.
Yeah. Well, the Pi 4s are about $55 normal price.
Okay.
But yeah, you can get a Pi 4. I mean, it's been a couple weeks since I looked at that too, but they were on there for like $180 brand new. So I didn't buy one, but
we need that on your deals page on Friday, Jason.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, they actually have a sharing node for the Pi Zero.
I'm not sure if they have one for Pi Zero. That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, joining guys.
Jason, are you not going to Orange?
Probably not. Probably not going to go to Orange this time. Honestly, depending on the weather, we might end up going to Lake Fairfield State Park on Saturday, which is Orange is this coming Saturday. We might go up there to Lake Fairfield.
I thought
State
I was
Park
going
instead.
we were going to Sam Houston. Is he changing? Okay.
Who's we?
Me and Mike.
I don't know. I
was
don't
gonna
know
say,
what Mike's doing. I know
go
he's
work
been out there
Fairfield while
already
you
and
can.
activated it. So, but he's talking about going back again. So I don't know what he's planning.
Okay. It's a very low chance of rain on Saturday.
Well, I hope that's true. Frank was
Yeah.
saying that he was reading that there was going to be rain on Saturday. So if there's not rain, or if they move that back or something, then that's probably where we will end up on Saturday is Lake Fairfield.
Okay.
Hey, Ed, what's up?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey,
Ed's
Ed.
here. Sam just popped in. Sam's here.
Richard's
Hey, Sam.
back in the truck.
Richard's
Hey,
Richard's moving.
Yes, I am.
Keeping the economy moving. I like that.
He's not out protesting or anything.
I'm actually hauling.
Howdy, Daniel. Howdy, Izzo.
Missed you guys last week. Nice job.
Hey, Molson, where's your blizzard tonight?
That's right.
It's
Where is
outside.
About that. No, my wife didn't go get one. I should have.
Is that because of what happened last week?
No, it's not.
Because you spent Valentine's Day with us.
She's
Here in the
mad at
clubhouse.
us.
No, it's all, I don't know. I didn't completely forgot about asking for one.
Wow.
It sucks because it closes in like 17 minutes, so she won't make it in time. So we don't live in the city, so it is what it is. I'll have to just save that one for another day. Jody says Molson's cutting back on blizzards for Lent, getting an early start. That's right. That's right. Totally.
Yeah,
Does
Molson did a
anybody-
pretty good job last week. When you weren't here.
Let me tell you something, man. This is not my show. This is all of our shows, and man, everybody did
Yes,
a
you
great
did.
job. I mean, I was laughing my ass. I'm telling you, the last few days I've been laughing my ass off, saying, "Man, did I miss a whole bunch of shit?" There's a lot of stuff I have to catch up on. There's
Molson
there's a
didn't
lot of
stop
ham cakes.
himself. I was gonna say, if Molson didn't stop himself, it could have beat
Hey,
made him a record of the 9 hours.
Izzo?
So
What's that?
he was rolling.
I tried to push him to do that, but he wouldn't do it. But Izzo, you missed what was going on Discord a minute ago.
Uh-oh.
Oh, stop it.
I'm just saying that.
What channel? I'll check it right now. What channel?
So they were in the voice
Okay,
chat, and I wanted to go in there and listen. They were in the voice chat.
Oh,
I
the
wanted to
voice
go in
chat.
Go
there
in
and
there and
call them
shut
out.
it down, Molson.
I wanted to shut it down. Look at these guys. There's still 6 in there. And so what I did is I went in and I eavesdropped. When I said I had voices in my head, it was that. When they realized that I was here and there at the same time, he started serenading me
Shaggy
with
Greg's
music,
in there.
right? Yeah, exactly. That's the worst. You have Greg and you have Scout in there at the same time.
I broke
And
out
Plasma.
the Discord and started.
I was
I
eavesdropping on
broke
him,
out the guitar
and it
and
didn't
was
go
starting
well.
to serenade Molson while he was on here.
So if you go back and rewatch, you'll see me talking to myself. So who's got something playing in the background?
Not me.
I don't know. Somebody's got.
I mean,
Somebody's got a radio going.
Molson's finna give the boot.
Not me.
So Mike's in the chat talking about going to Fairfield on Friday. Mike,
Oh boy.
Okay.
Frank and I were talking about going on Saturday, and Frank keeps saying that it's supposed to rain. So I thought I'll go on Friday if it's forecasted rain on Saturday.
Okay, well, Fairfield and Huntsville is not even close together. So if it's raining there, that doesn't mean it's going to rain in Huntsville.
Well, Huntsville's closer to Fairfield than I am right now.
Well, that's true.
So I don't know.
Jason, are you going to Daytona? Dayton, I mean.
Daytona.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've already got my. I got my RV spot already reserved.
Okay.
Bought and paid for. So yeah, we'll be at Dayton for sure.
All right. I think I'm coming down. It's pretty much set. I'm coming.
Sweet.
Yeah. I might get extra day. No, what do you call it when they kick you out of the country?
Deportation.
Deported.
Hey, Jason, are you gonna be able to take a car hauler with you to bring Frank's car with you?
I'm not carrying that thing.
I was gonna say, put a tow strap on it and see how far it gets.
Send Richard down there; he'll pick it up.
It won't fit in this Reaper. Sorry, Jason.
So what you're saying, Jason, is when Frank drives to the deer lease, you have to pick him up at the road.
Depending on the weather, yes. Yeah.
What does he drive?
He drives like a little Honda, I think. A little, right, Jason?
I don't remember what it is. It's like
a 4-door car.
Yeah.
Like a Yugo?
No, it's either a Toyota or a Honda. I don't remember which one it is.
No, it's not a Yugo.
There's two types.
Remember that day he ran over something, Jason?
The what?
Remember that day he ran over something on the freeway?
Yeah.
That kid will never be the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, Frank can drive what he wants to. I don't really care. The only reason I make fun of his car is because he makes fun of trucks. So, and in Texas, there's two types of cars. There's a truck and there's not a truck. And Frank has not a truck. So,
well, I'm not. I can't be friends with people who don't have trucks.
I mean, I can see why people don't need trucks. I mean, they have their place.
Yeah, but his justification for why no one needs a truck is wrong. So, yeah.
I'll never drive a car. I'll always have an SUV, but
same here.
He's talking about getting a Jeep Cherokee, which is cool.
He'll regret it.
Those are expensive.
Jeep Cherokees aren't what they used to be, man.
He's going to buy an older one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't he say he wanted to jack it up and stuff?
I don't know. Mike says that Frank named his car Sapphire, so there's that too.
Oh, geez.
Hey, Jason, did you know the Irving Hamfest is the same as Rosenberg?
Yeah.
Who's putting that on? That's not the same people that did Plano, right?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, different. Irving Amateur Radio Club is who does the Irving Hamfest.
Oh, okay. So. Yeah, because that's new, right?
No. No, that's been they've been doing that for years.
Okay.
They used to not be on the same weekend as Houston. I think Houston changed their dates. I think Houston used to be in late March, and they switched it to first weekend of March. I don't know why they wanted to conflict with Irving, but I don't know.
It's not big at all, right? It's like Rosenberg, correct?
What, Irving?
Yeah.
No, it's not big.
Yeah, I didn't.
It's well, Rosenberg's bigger. Rosenberg, I wouldn't call that one really big, but Irving's smaller than Rosenberg.
Belton's still our biggest one, I think.
You know, I think that Houston might be bigger than Belton this year. We'll find out.
They're trying to make it bigger.
Yeah. Yep. We'll see, but Belton's a fun show. I'll be there next month. It's
I
middle
love
of April
Belton.
this year.
I go twice a year.
Yeah, great show.
You got twice a year in that place?
Yeah. It's once in the spring and once in the fall.
Yeah.
And the dog show is always with it.
Yeah. Wow. And a gun show.
And the gun show.
And a gun show. There's always a gun show there too.
Wow.
If you don't know what a gun show is, Molson, ping me on Discord later. I'll explain it to you.
If you ask Kyle, these are guns, right? So Mr. Flex
Yeah,
himself.
yeah.
Now, as far as owning a truck goes, Eric Kate H6WI has the right idea. What's better than owning a truck? Having a friend that has one.
Yeah. So
That
what
is
he
true.
could just ask you, Jason, and borrow your truck.
Not now.
Evan, Smoking Ape's politely telling you to shut up. He says, "Can you turn Evan down? He's too loud."
That was rude.
I know. Goodness gracious.
Stick up for me, Molson.
Hey,
I
you
am.
you guys who missed Orlando, Smoking Ape is a real person.
Yeah, we saw the pictures. Yeah.
His name is Clarence.
No evidence of
His name is Clarence.
Yeah, we call him
Clarence was there.
Steve saw him.
Yep, we have proof.
He used a tall glass of water too.
Yeah.
No.
Was he about 6
Steve
foot?
or Ape?
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
Ape? No.
Wait a minute. So Abe actually exists.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. Believe it or not.
Yep.
Hey, didn't
I don't
you
know
say
why I
that
thought
Paul
he was
came
just like
on
a
here?
Max Headroom type of
Yeah, Max Headroom. That's
Yeah, I was at
Yeah.
Max Headroom 2.0,
Yeah.
but no.
A bot.
He's
Yeah.
real.
Ape
Right.
is nothing more than a bot.
Yeah. NPC. NPC.
Sorry,
So
Abe,
the-
love you, bro.
What's that? Sorry. So Ape, were you planning to go to Dayton? I saw him once he heard that I was going. He said he had to cancel his plans there. But no,
Well,
seriously.
he told everybody he wasn't going to Hamcation either. So.
Yeah.
And there he is at Hamcation.
Yep.
There you go.
I'm 5'9" and he's about my height. So he's
Sure, that's not a
big.
holograph.
No.
It's a cute little mermaid.
Yep.
Barely got a smile out of him, for crying out loud.
Honestly, if Abe would walk,
Ape
was
is
walk up to
basically
me, I would
ChatGPT.
recognize him.
Yeah, that gas station shirt and hat.
His family was at Disney looking for him. Well, where did he go?
Yeah.
He took a left turn onto Universal Boulevard, didn't he?
I'll be right there. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
So,
I'm just going to park the car.
I'd like to know the story behind the Little Mermaid shirt, though.
It's not Little Mermaid. Read it.
Yeah, I gotta go back and look at it.
Yeah, read it.
All right. I
Mike's
gotta
got a
find
picture. Mike, you need to send me that picture. Mike took a picture of a group of us, and the Wi-Fi inside the building was so terrible he couldn't send it out. And I never asked him to send it later, so he needs to text us that group picture, Mike, or text it to
Hey,
me.
I like that video of Mike and Frank in the train. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. There may have been alcohol involved in that incident.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little.
Just a little sifter. Well, listen, guys, we're going to start going around the horn here, and we're going to start tying some ribbons and shoelaces on this thing, and we got to clean up the clubhouse and everything. So, Ed, how you doing?
Okay, pretty good. I took the plunge, and actually I took the plunge in a couple of things. I invested in a Comet CHA 250B. Now I'm trying to figure out how to put it on the roof of my house. So that's been a little bit of a challenge. Also picked up a True SDX online, and just purchased. It just came in the mail today. I got a Quadra, so I'm gonna have a little fun playing with this for a little bit. Hopefully this weekend. So
I've been very interested in that True SDX, but I will not do it until I get my upgrade. Regardless, I will not do it because I don't want to get derailed. Because I know what'll happen.
Oh yeah,
I will get derailed, and I will not study. So
it sounds like you guys are like doing pretty well with that.
Fairly well. Regarding the True SDX, my thing is going to be what color do I go with? The traditional orange, you know.
Yeah, I went with the pre-made. I went for the pre-made version because, like, I'm thinking, it's like I don't trust myself with a soldering iron as of yet. So I thought at least I'll save myself a little bit of the trouble and just go for the already.
Where did you buy it from? Real quickly, for anyone else out there who's looking?
Crap. What's the name of the True? I have to look it up. I can't remember. It's Oh,
Is it one of the recommended places?
Yes.
That
Oh, yeah, it
okay,
is one of the
that's all we're
recommended
gonna say.
places from their sites. Yeah, I made sure because I heard there was a couple of that were not that great.
Correct.
I think TO had one batch, or at least one rig, or either TO or it was Josh. I can't remember who. That was had some problems with that.
Okay. All right. So, then. Keep us updated, man. Keep us updated.
I shall.
Excellent. Richard, where are you going? Where are you hauling to?
Well, as the comment says, the trucking game is back. I'm back into a truck pulling refrigerated this time. This one here goes east of Cincinnati. Right now, I'm just west of Nashville.
Okay, excellent. All right, you having fun?
So far, yeah. Only thing I'm itching to get my HF back into the truck, and so far, I've still got to figure out how I'm going to mount the antennas and such like that on this particular truck and get things going that way.
Thank you, Shaq and Greg.
Thank you, Shaq and Greg.
Yeah,
Appreciate the free bird. Appreciate the free bird on the Discord side room.
Oh Lord!
Shots fired.
Ken,
well, Richard, a lot of options. You got a lot of options, man. Sticks with some quick disconnects, maybe. Again, you got options too. 3/8-24 sticks and go.
3/8-24, and I'm thinking screwdriver again.
There you go. You got options. All right.
Don't you have your gear from your last truck left over? Can't you just, move it over?
To a point, Molson, yeah, you're right. But a good portion of that stuff ended up on my pickup.
Okay.
Jason saw the way my pickup was set up in courtside.
Cool. Very cool.
Excellent. Evan, what do you got going on, Evan?
Not too much. Gonna POTA Saturday for the first time in a hot second. So.
Go for it. Excellent. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. All right then. Jason, how much longer in Galveston do you think?
I'll be here till like the second week of March.
Cool.
So, yep, gonna do a bunch of POTA this week and Houston Hamfest the first weekend in March.
Excellent. Guys, put them in your hamler. Put everybody in your hamler. We keep saying it, man. Like I said, I saw Mike. I saw you. I've been seeing a few others. Yeah. Work them. Work them if you can.
Izzo, I actually worked you park to park one time.
Was it for Winterfield Day?
No, it was before.
Before?
Yeah, I worked you from, God, I can't remember the number of that park. Wilson Creek National Battlefield.
Yes, you're absolutely. That was about. That was in That was back in January. Yes.
That was January.
Thank you,
just
sir.
before Horse Fest.
Yep, excellent. Mike N2MAK. What can we say? Thank you. Thank you for coming on board, and thank you for not choosing barbecue potato chips.
Yes.
We wish you and the family lots of happy DX and happy stateside contacts. You're a friend here. You know that goes without said.
You voted him in, right?
Yeah, he got voted.
Okay.
He got voted. So,
yeah, I already got the bill for the dues and everything. So yeah,
perfect.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. I'll say this so you guys can hold me to it. So now it's on video or whatnot. One of the things I got to do, and I'll do an upcoming video at some point when I figure out exactly what I want to do. But I did win one of the K6 ARK antennas on one of your live streams, and I've yet to build it. Okay. So I've been indecisive on what I want to do with it. If I want to do a random wire, a link dipole, or something. But I will make sure that sometime the weather improves in the coming months. I'm going to put that thing together. I'll do a real fun soda or POTA with it, and make a real cool video to show my appreciation, because you guys are doing some awesome stuff. Thanks for having me on, and thanks for all you do to make this fun.
Thank you, man. Well, we appreciate you tolerating us. So
we keep coming back, so we must like it.
Yeah, there must be something. It must be the stickers.
Yeah,
it must be the stickers. It brings all the boys back to the yard. You know what I mean?
You like the abuse. It's okay.
Hey, Steve, what do you got going on? Anything?
So picked up the trailer for the club as I showed at the start. We're going to be spending weekends building that. and I've got video from the manufacturer that I got to put together, and I'm going to do a whole montage on the trailer assembly and getting it lettered and all that good stuff. And then I've got videos from Hamcation I'm still working on, and then I've got just a sheet and a half of videos I'm going to go through and get everything, try to get one a month. I'm hoping to do more often, but one a month is my current goal.
Cool. Excellent. Joe Brad.
I am K5YVY, and I'm just hanging out like I do. I want to keep supporting y'all folks that actually do videos, and I'll do one every now and then. And hang out on Tuesday night.
Raining, Joe.
And probably take Snapchat filters of people while they're streaming and send it to them, whatever.
Blackmail shots.
Just to pass the time.
That's right.
Or Snapchat.
Hey, Joe Brad, I want to say something real quick. Every time they say on car, if you say your name 3 times, you always show up.
It's just one of those things.
It's one of those things. And
he's already there. He just
Smoking Ape has to watch out so you don't screen,
exactly.
snap, whatever you call it.
Yeah. He cuts his camera off now when he has to sneeze.
Molson, what do you got going on, Annie?
You know what? I was thinking about it. I wish I had more going on, especially ham radio related. So I got to kick my butt in gear and get out there. I think the biggest thing holding me back right now is I don't want to sit in my shack in the basement right now. So I think I gotta bite the bullet. I gotta set myself up a portable system. I don't think it's gonna go permanent, but I don't know. I gotta do something because I'm not feeling it. I gotta turn the ship around and get a little bit more on air. So yeah.
Okay. And Molson, are there any Pota parks near you that are close? They can probably go out.
Yeah. There's 2 about. Well, one of them I don't even know how you'd park in it. It's like there's like nowhere to park. But the other one, the Upper Canada Bird Migratory, blah blah blah. Yeah. So
okay, cool. Okay,
I've been there before. Yeah. So the biggest thing is just getting myself a portable rig, something to go in the car with an antenna. So I got to work on that. So maybe at Dayton, but I'd like to get something sooner. So we'll see. Got to work on that. Besides for that, got nothing. Work and life is busy. So yeah.
All right, guys, listen, I want to thank everybody. This weekend, I'm going to try to do some POTA stuff on Saturday. I'm working with my fire department on Sunday. A whole bunch of crazy high schoolers are going to do a polar plunge and dipping themselves into Long Island Sound where that water temperature is probably in the 40s. So, it's an annual thing, and I help out, being in the fire department. And, hey, how I help out? I throw a blanket on them. That's my job. but no. But we're gonna have fun. Listen, real quickly, I want to tell everyone. Listen, a lot of our friends here. Jason has his store, GreatFineAmateurRadio.com. There's a lot of great stuff on there. There's so many great antennas we were talking about. Adam, K6ARK, KM4ACK, guys, Coffee and Ham radios. Koozies, mugs, guys, if you want to dress your stuff up, whether it's in the field, in the shack, on the car, there you go. It adds 6 dB. All this stuff will add 6. It's like that magic antenna spray. It's going to, if nothing else, it's going to make you feel good, as Smoking Ape says. So guess what, guys? Support these guys how you can. Pay your bills first. We get it. That comes first. Family, that comes first. But you got a few extra pennies here and there, a few extra bucks. Support these guys, because I will tell you, a lot of their stuff is fun. When you get your stuff dressed up, it's fun, especially when you get out there and you put that stuff on your battery boxes and anything else that you got, your laptops, and kind of adds fun to your whole ham radio, activation, whether you're home or whether you're out in the park or whatever. So, everybody have a great week, and we'll see everybody next week, and we'll do it again. Somebody play that outgoing. Oh man, I forgot to tell everybody to wave goodbye. If you're still listening, just start waving, everybody.